Is this just a technical glitch or a hidden signal? The camera secretly records the shocking moment Taehyung appears to be inside Jungkook's room, but the sight of him afterwards makes the entire army shiver. There was a faint movement, a low voice, and something inexplicable. Is this a sign of a secret relationship or a long-hidden betrayal? Army uproar. Taehyung's moment was secretly recorded in Jungkook's room. What's behind this? Who's filming? Who left the camera on? And why was Taehyung there, alone, in Jungkook's room when they were supposed to be on a different training schedule? No one was prepared for a short 27-second video that took the entire army by storm in less than an hour since it went viral on platform X, formerly Twitter. Not only because of Taehyung's sudden appearance in Jungkook's very private place, but because there is an expression that is very difficult to explain between anxious, agitated, and hurt. The video initially looked like a standard broadcast from a surveillance camera accidentally connected to a cloud storage device. But who would have thought that in such a short tape, emotional fragments would appear that now invite more questions than answers? How did Taehyung get into Jungkook's room without the staff knowing? Or do they all know? What is the meaning of the quiet words that sounded softly at 0:19, which only had time to catch half a sentence? I can't go on like this, Kook. Is this a quarrel? An apology? Or a confession that has been kept in silence? The public has not finished digesting the incident that occurred at Incheon Airport on July 31st, 2025, when a security officer pushed Jungkook violently. Now the world has to be faced again with a much more personal, much more emotional moment, much more unexpected. How can two major events in the near future directly involve Jungkook, and both of them leave a hidden wound? What made it all the more confusing was Jungkook's own attitude a few hours after the video went viral. In a quick interview at LAX airport, he simply replied with one short sentence. I know the video is already circulating, Dan. I'm sorry if that worried you. But why apologize? Is it because of Taehyung? Or because of something deeper, more complicated and more painful? Meanwhile, Taehyung hasn't given any response. He disappeared from the public radar for more than 36 hours after the video was posted. No activity on Instagram. No updates from Weverse. No confirmation from the agency. Silence. And silence is louder than a scream. The army began to speculate. Some said it was just an exaggerated moment of friendship, but others felt something was off. How could an ordinary friendship create such an intense atmosphere? How could a camera accidentally capture such an emotional and personal moment without any specific intent? Is HYB hiding something? Is this part of the plot of the launch of the new album? Or, even scarier, is this the actual moment where the two best friends who had seemed solid all along are actually being slowly cracked from the inside? This tension was further felt when one of BTS's longtime choreographers uploaded a cryptic post with the caption, "Some wounds just can't be closed with time." Is this just a coincidence? Or is someone hinting at what's really going on behind the scenes? And when one longtime fan shared an old snippet from 2018, when Taehyung once said in a live broadcast, "If I have to lose Jungkook, I'm going to feel like I'm losing a part of myself." Thousands of comments flooded back at the video with one simple but heartbreaking question. Are you losing him now, Tae? No one knows for sure what really happened, but everyone can feel it. Something is wrong. And as if that weren't surprising enough, one anonymous source from inside HYB reportedly said, Jungkook and Taehyung, are going through something very personal. We cannot disclose the details. What does something very personal mean, Dan? Why is it now the cameras that bear witness, not the words? Army is now at a crossroads. They want to know, but they're also afraid to know. They are waiting for clarification, but also afraid of the truth that may be revealed. They yearn for Taekook's warm and boundless company, but now have to deal with bits and pieces of the story that seem to be written in ink of tears and whispers of wounds. Does their embrace of the past still leave warmth? Or is it too painful to remember? And more importantly, what exactly was captured in Jungkook's room that night? And why should the world know it now? The next day, the mood of the fandom did not subside. The army is still digging into every detail they can find from the video. There were those who enlarged Taehyung's facial expressions, tried to read his lip movements, and even dissected the intensity of his breathing. One large fanbase account even claims to have done a spectrum audio analysis to clarify the barely audible sentence. The result? He said, "I was waiting for you to tell me." And disconnected. Wait, what? What did Jungkook say? Is it about promises? About relationships? About a project that never happened? Or about feelings that can no longer be stored? Emotions flared when Jungkook made a sudden appearance on Weverse live broadcast in the middle of the night, wearing a black hoodie with an expressionless face. Behind that blank look, his eyes looked wistful, as if not sleeping, as if holding something. And as one army commenter commented, "We know the video. We're staying here." Jungkook only smiled faintly and replied in a low voice, "Thank you, but sometimes not everything can be explained." Instantly, the live atmosphere changed. There are no songs, no kidding. Only silence, interspersed with occasional comments flowed from worried, sad, confused fans. The broadcast lasted only 6 minutes, but it was enough to make thousands of ARMY cry. Because sometimes, silence says more than official clarification. But what makes it all the more absurd is when the next day, HYB actually released a brief statement. We are aware of a video circulating on social media related to one of our members. We would like to confirm that the video is part of a private area and is under internal investigation. Please understand." Instead of calming, the statement made the public even more wondering. Investigation? Personal video? Do they not deny that it is real? And if it was indeed a video from a private room, why did it leak? Who accessed the tape? Did someone inside leak it? More suspiciously, some army claimed that the snippet of the video was initially only shared on the closed Weverse global community before later spreading to X. It means there's someone inside the system who has full access. But for what? To drop, to provoke sympathy, or to reveal a truth that has been hidden for too long? Another surprise came when some time ago, Taehyung had canceled a photo shoot with a famous fashion brand, citing sudden personal reasons. Now, the reason is beginning to be connected to the mysterious night. Did he cancel meeting Jungkook? Or to calm down after something emotional happened? Meanwhile, fans also began to bring up some old interviews where Jungkook and Taehyung had given each other signals that now felt more meaningful after this incident. As in 2022, Taehyung said, "Jungkook is home to me, but sometimes home can also feel far away." A sentence that once sounded like a poem now feels like a message of despair that has not been answered. Not a few ARMY who felt devastated because the relationship that had been considered solid turned out to have a gap that they never imagined. Some call it a form of emotional betrayal. Some accused HYB of interfering too much with the privacy of the members. There are also those who blame the K-pop industry system that demands perfection, but suppresses the human side of the artists. And amid all the speculation, one astonishing fact emerged. A longtime staffer who once worked for BTS uploaded an Instagram story with one sentence. "I told you a long time ago, that room witnesses too many secrets." It didn't take long for the story to spread widely. That room, Jungkook's room, is now a symbol of mystery, emotion, and perhaps an unhealed wound. What really happened in that room? Are they just two friends trying to solve a problem? Or is it two hearts broken by a truth they can't change? And if there really are deeper feelings between them, what about the consequences? Are they ready to take the storm of an industry that isn't always friendly to the overly intense emotional closeness between two male idols? When Taehyung finally reappeared publicly 3 days later, he wrote only one sentence on Weverse. "I want time, and I hope you give it." There is no name called. No clarification. But everyone knows it was about that night. About that video. About something that no longer belongs to both of them, but has become a public secret that invites millions of speculations, emotions, and hopes. Hope that they will still be okay. That their friendship will not collapse by the pressure of the outside world. That whatever was recorded that night was not the end but the beginning of the courage to be human behind the stage lights. But still, one question remains unanswered. Was it the only night? Or was it just one of many other nights that was never captured on camera? The focus isn't just on Taehyung's presence in Jungkook's room, it's how the two react after the events unfold. None of them gave a direct explanation in detail. However, the silence they chose actually made everything even more fiery. Is silence a form of protection or silent recognition? Some armies began to drill deeper into the history of their interactions. In one of the videos of the documentary Break the Silence, there is footage where Jungkook looks at Taehyung with teary eyes after a concert in America. At that time, many thought it was just physical fatigue and emotional exhaustion. But now, with the new context, other questions arise. Is there anything you want to say but withhold? Are there feelings that cannot be conveyed? The international fanbase began comparing their interactions as early as 2023, noting a small shift that now feels very meaningful, such as Taehyung's absence at Jungkook's birthday last year, or the blank look Jungkook gave when Taehyung performed solo at Inkageo. It used to be considered normal. But now, with this incident, everything is like puzzle pieces that are beginning to complement each other, creating a much sadder big picture. And when everyone was waiting for clarification, a second CCTV recording appeared, not in the room, but in the hallway of the BTS dormitory. The footage shows Taehyung standing alone in front of a door, phone in hand, tapping quietly. But what made the whole fandom suddenly silent was not only because he stood there for almost 2 minutes without going in, but because afterwards he looked down, took a deep breath, and said softly, which was captured by the outdoor mic, "If you don't want to see me anymore, I understand." Those words hit hard at every fan who has always considered Taekook's relationship to be intact. Why do you have to say those sad words? What brought their relationship to such a point? Are there really feelings of rejection? Or a painful decision from one of the parties? Various theories began to emerge. One of them said that the difference in priorities between the two was the cause of the crack in their closeness. Jungkook is focused on solo projects and global promotions in the US, while Taehyung spends more time on personal pursuits and artwork in Korea, making them less likely to share time, even when they're together in Seoul. However, an unidentified source from inside HYB gave an astonishing clue in an exclusive interview with a local Korean outlet. Most of the members have been under tremendous pressure since the reunion project was announced. But for Taehyung and Jungkook, that tension has been around since late last year. They're trying to solve it personally, but it seems that there is no common ground yet. The phrase "there is no meeting point" is stifling. How can two people who always support each other, hug each other after concerts, and are always by each other's side when they are sick, now not even be able to touch each other's feelings? Public feelings were mixed. Some of the ARMY refused to accept that there was a conflict. They believed that the video was misinterpreted. But others thought it was the right time for Taehyung and Jungkook to stop pretending everything was okay and start healing the wounds that had been covered with smiles. Even more surprising, one of BTS's former songwriters uploaded a quote believed to be from Jungkook's unreleased song demo. "I waited for you in the quiet of my fear / she stood at my door, but never came in." Was it written after that night? Was it the silent cry of Jungkook not being able to open the door, not just the physical door, but the door of feeling? And if that's true, why should it be written in a song? Because only in music can feelings that are too deep be neatly wrapped without opening up completely. On the other hand, Taehyung was spotted at a small cafe in the Itaewon area a few days after the incident. He sat alone, wearing a hat and mask, staring blankly out the window for nearly an hour without touching his drink. A fan who was there described her expression as like someone who has lost someone but can't cry in public. Is it too dramatic? Or have we all just realized that sometimes even the brightest stars can crumble in loneliness? Now, the ARMY no longer just demands an explanation. They ask for honesty, not to satisfy curiosity, but because they care. They want to know that the idol they love is still okay mentally, emotionally, and in personal relationships. But would the world of K-pop, with all its limitations, be able to make room for such frankness? What if all this is not about romance, not about conflict, but about loss of direction in the midst of a world that is too fast and too noisy? And if it's true that that night was the last moment where Taehyung stood in front of Jungkook's door, did they ever talk after that? Or is that recording the end of everything? Days after the video shook global fandom, the atmosphere between the two did not improve in the eyes of the public. Even when they were scheduled to appear in a group photo shoot for BTS's comeback album's special project, their appearance only clouded ARMY's curiosity. In a photo session that lasted for 2 hours, Taehyung and Jungkook were seen avoiding physical contact. In each portrait, the distance between the two becomes more than just space. There is an invisible wall that seems to have been built a long time ago, but is only now clearly visible to the public. I point one of the photographers present at the location, who had previously worked on BTS's 2020 photo shoot project, loudly called the atmosphere on site uncharacteristic. According to him, Taehyung asked for a break twice, and Jungkook didn't speak to anyone at all during the break. The photographer also said in an unofficial podcast, "Usually they joke in between shots. But yesterday, it feels like two strangers are forced to be in the same frame." Could this be just fatigue? Or is there more to it than just awkwardness? While the public continues to speculate, other videos of fans in the vicinity of the shooting site are widespread. In the video, Taehyung is seen standing outside the building lighting a cigarette, something he rarely does in public. He did not look at the camera, did not smile, just stood silently looking at the sky. Even the hat he was wearing didn't cover his red-looking eyes. And then, to the surprise of the world, was Jungkook's appearance in the midnight weverse, this time without sound. It only displays the writing on a black screen. "If time is not on your side, can you stay for a little while longer?" ARMY instantly flooded the comments with virtual cries. Not a few felt that it was not just a message to Taehyung, but to anyone who had doubted the depth of their relationship. Many see it as a form of regret. Most others think of it as a silent call that doesn't know where to go. But this story does not stop there. A source claiming to be staff from BTS's Trainy Days leaked that Taehyung and Jungkook had a major conflict once in 2016, which caused them not to speak for 3 days. But the difference was that then, they solved it in silence on the balcony of the hostel, at night, only with a guitar and hugs. "They're like two sides of a coin," he said. "Different, but inseparable. But if one side cracks, the other is also destroyed." Are the cracks too deep to repair? HYB remained silent. There was no further clarification. No defense. There is no objection. And this silence, for the ARMY, is more excruciating than any news. Meanwhile, the fan community began to divide. Some have demanded transparency from the agency, arguing that videos that have gone viral should be taken seriously. But there are also those who believe that this is a private matter that should not be dissected by the public. The hashtag Let Taehyung Heal has been trending in 14 countries, symbolizing that the ARMY now wants to see them recover, not seek answers. However, when everyone began to try to make room, one more surprise appeared. A vocal coach who used to work with Jungkook uploaded a short story with a caption, "He sings deeper when his heart is wounded." And at the same time, a snippet of Jungkook's unreleased song suddenly leaked on a Korean music forum. The song is only 1 minute and 12 seconds long, but the lyrics shake anyone who hears them. "I found you in the shadows / but you never answered / should I open that door again? Or stay here, with memories that don't return." It didn't take long for the song to become associated with that mysterious night. The sound, the tone, and the lyrics, it all felt like a letter that was never sent, a love that was never spoken, a wound that never healed. And amid the uproar, someone evokes old footage from a Japanese variety show featuring a game of truth or dare between the members. When asked who was the hardest member for him to leave if he had to leave the group, Jungkook replied quickly,